Khalil Rountree made an appearance on the Pound for Pound podcast today. Khalil said that he believes Alex Pereira is the current best pound for pound fighter in the world. Henry Cejudo disagrees once again.
If you had to go out there and put your vote on the line, who do you think right now is pound for pound?
I mean, I personally would also have to say Alex. The only other person that I would say, and we'll find out later on in the year, would be Jon Jones, right? But it's been so long since we've seen Jones fight. And I'm excited to see, what version of Jones we get later on. But right now, just based off of what I've seen, based off of, performances, level of opponents, things like that, I mean, yeah, I'd say right now for me, it would be Alex.
Okay, guys. Well, this is where I'm at to come in here and disagree and bring some of that cringe. This was the thing, and I will say this, and I, and it's pretty admirable that Kamaru can, because we had this big debate with him like a couple weeks ago before he fought you. And he was like, dude, he doesn't have this, he doesn't have that. We haven't seen his grappling, things like that, and that's kind of where I stand. I mean, when you see a potential matchup between him and a guy like Ankalaev, I mean, will a guy like Alex Pereira, because I'll be honest with you, I mean, neither one of you guys attempted one takedown in that fight, Khalil. I mean, you guys were pretty much doing, striking with little gloves. So now what happens when you get somebody that can mix it, like a guy like Ankalaev? Like, how do you see that fight happening? How do you see that fight going? And have you ever trained with Ankalaev? I know he comes out to Vegas quite a bit.
Yeah, I've never trained with him, but based off of the film that I watch and like even seeing like the type of training that Alex does and the amount of wisdom and stuff that he has in his corner, the people he's surrounded by, I don't think that he's a one-trick pony. I think that he's really good at what he does. And, for me, going in there and just striking with him, I don't think that it helped his case for pound, because, yeah, I didn't shoot for a takedown and neither did he. But that doesn't mean that I don't think he can handle it. Like, I really think that he'll be able to handle, pressure from a wrestler like Ankalaev and still get the job done, honestly.
Israel Adesanya leg kicked the same guy who Jon Jones sent to the hospital.
See ya! Harder! Be nice. Let's go!
Oi, show us the league.
Footage emerged today which appears to be Johnny Walker getting dropped in sparring by a guy much smaller than him. The date of this video is unknown. People are saying it's from up to 5 years ago.
صحيح. صحيح برافو داود. صحيح يس الله أكبر. الله أكبر.
Renato Moicano says if the UFC sends him a contract to fight Justin Gaethje, he will knock him the f*** out. Speaking to MMAfighting.com, Renato said, I would fight anybody above me in the rankings. Justin Gaethje, everybody really. I don't care. I want to keep fighting. Like I keep telling everybody, I'm 35. I need to go. That's time to go. I need one more win. I need a title shot. Depending on the opponent and how my next fight goes, that could definitely be a title shot next. I want to fight as soon as possible. I can wait to fight Justin Gaethje in March 100%. I see no problems, especially him coming off a knockout. I think I am a good fight to test him against, especially because he's a wrestler. He can defend takedowns. I think that would be an awesome fight. So I would wait until March for Gaethje. I would beat Justin Gaethje. I don't care. I don't really care. He could be the baddest guy on the planet, the BMF and stuff, but I don't care. I'm not losing. If they send me the contract, I will knock him the f*** out. I'm telling you. I'm not going to say I'm not going to shoot for a takedown because I will try to knock him out too. Ground and pound, stand up, I don't care. I'm not losing. I can't afford to lose literally. I need to win every fight to get to the belt and now it's my time. I don't know the plans for Gaethje, what they're going to do with Gaethje. Will Gaethje fight Poirier again like last fight? They could do that, but if they don't do that, I'm here. I'm here to get my title shot after I beat Justin Gaethje. Anthony Smith explains why Khalil Rountree having success against Alex Pereira for the first 2 rounds made him feel really good. Smith fought Khalil back in December of 2023 and lost via TKO in the 3rd round.
to be very honest, there was a lot of me those first 2 rounds that felt really good watching Khalil. At least it ain't just me.
hey, bro. So I was watching it with my wife. We just got back. She was exhausted. Oh, it was me. She'd fallen asleep. Callum was there. Yeah. And he actually says, Andy Smith is loving this.
Yes, he was. I was like, oh, thank God. Like, at least, like, it would have really hurt my heart if Pereira would have went out there and just dusted Khalil like around.
Smoked him beyond belief like he's nothing. You know what I mean?
But watching him like have some real serious success and land big on, you know how it is as a fighter, like you kind of sit back and go, he didn't land on me like that till the 3rd round. You know, like it was cool. It made me happy for Khalil. Like it was good because there was a lot of doubts. There was a lot of haters that said he wasn't going to hang at all. And so I was just happy for him that he was competitive and showed that like he can fight at that level. And I think he goes back to the drawing board and gets better. I think that some of it is it kind of reminds me of Hamzat a little bit. Actually, I had like some Hamzat comparisons where if he could have fought at the pace he fought at for the first 2 rounds or 2.5 rounds, if he could do that for 5, he's unstoppable. The problem is just like you said, you can't fight like that for 25 minutes. It's too much of an output at our size. Some of the smaller guys can fight at that pace. It's just not quite as impactful when they land. But because he can do that for 3, he'll win a 3-round fight like that over almost anybody.
Well, I always use this comparison that you can't be a sprinter and a marathon runner.
Max Holloway responds to fans questioning him cutting back down to 145.
But I never missed weight. I never missed no weight in my whole career, and I ain't planning on starting to miss weight for this fight, because this fight, it took a whole lot of work to get back here. I mean, I've been saying it over and over and over again, how people said that I shouldn't be here, I should have did something else, I should focus on something else, I'm done, I'm past what I can do in this sport. And then again, we're here, we're fighting for a world title against this new generation that they're talking about, so I'm excited.
Jake Paul is getting clowned on social media for some comments he made about Alex Pereira. Jake said that he would 1000% beat Alex in boxing.
Love you. But bro, like Alex Pereira's a monster. You don't really think that you'd beat him in a boxing match, right?
1000% I would beat him. That's the thing, is Rountree actually kind of exposed that he doesn't have a high volume output. He doesn't like body shots. Boxing is a completely different sport, and the pace of it and the style of it.
Facts. But you know, he
completely different. He has holes, right? I mean, Rountree rocked him, hurt him a couple of times to the body, but didn't follow up on it. If anything, this fight showed me, yes, Alex Pereira is great, but I know I would beat him in a boxing match, and I still would love to make that happen. And pressure's on him, if he can find his way out of the UFC contract like Nate Diaz did, and then eventually him and I can talk.
Ben Askren has started taking testosterone. On the Funky and the Champ podcast, Daniel Cormier has a few questions for Ben about it.
Dude, I saw a picture. I don't know who I was talking to. They're like, yo, Ben Askren? I said, I know. Did you see him? Yo, why didn't you just do what you're doing now when you were fighting?
Because you can't take testosterone. It's illegal.
Come on, man. You think nobody takes testosterone?
No, I do. I'm not a cheater. Honestly, the biggest part of the cheating thing for me, Daniel, is
all these guys take testosterone.
As a man, if I say you and I, we're going to compete, then I have said we're going to compete on this rule set, and I'm going to honor my word to you. Even if you're a competitor I don't like, I'm still not going to cheat. So that was kind of my thing. You know what? I'm getting more and more and more into nutrition, and that's probably having an effect also. I don't know why.
I've got to ask you. I've got to ask you.
Oh, shoot.
Seriously. Oh my God.
You're going to say something dumb. I can already tell.
No, I know it says, okay. So I was talking to somebody and they started doing testosterone. Guy looks in phenomenal shape.
Yes.
He said it makes you horny. Be honest. Does it make you turn
I was
back
already
like
there.
Huh?
I was already there.
No, but it doesn't make you turn back to like a teen where you're like, all you want to do is chase your wife.
That's what I do every day, all day.
Come on, because you're.
I swear to God, she's already like, leave me alone, leave me alone. I'm like, come on.
And then you get on the testosterone, and it's even worse.
She alleges that, but I think I was pretty bad the first one.
Dude, I'm trying to tell you. That's what the guy told me. He goes, it just makes me feel like I'm 15 again, where like I just chase my old lady around the house all day long.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of already felt like that a little bit, but yeah. I mean, I've heard other people say that as well. Nothing wrong with that.
Sean Strickland had some criticism for Merab Dvalishvili. On X, Sean wrote, "Y'all ever see Merab's IG? This man might beat Henry with being the king of cringe. Every time I see him, he has some OF with him holding a camera. Bro, why? That ain't the way to get famous, my man." This user replied, "Merab loves his hoes." Sean replied with this. He wrote, "Bro, like, come on." Another user wrote, "Maybe he has a thing for easy lays." Sean said, "If he had an OF roster he's banging, I'd respect it. I don't think he's f***ing them, just using them for content." And this user writes he needs gratification because his manhood is shot. Sean said he's a really good dude, but come on, man. Jamahal Hill explains why he was yawning after Alex Pereira defeated Khalil Rountree. Jamahal says he was not impressed, but he's glad that Alex won because he wants Alex to be as big as possible for when he fights him again. Check out Jamal's full breakdown of UFC 307 on his YouTube channel. Links in the description.
The main event. Yeah. Yo, before we even get into this breakdown, like, that's hilarious. It's crazy how y'all see a clip with no context, no nothing, and y'all just be ready to talk shit, just attack and come disrespectful as ever. And it's like, it's hilarious. I'm ready to go. Was it entertaining? Yes. Am I impressed? No. Did I see anything in the cage that scares me or that I didn't expect to see? No. So as far as reacting and everything, I don't think I really need to do much of a reaction to this fight because before, if you watch my breakdowns, you can see I told you exactly how this fight was gonna go. I'm happy Alex won because I want him to be as big of a giant in y'all minds as possible the next time I face him. You know, I don't care. At this point, I don't care if he can go on Magomed next if he fights him, and he could lose. He could lose. That's the fight that I want. All right? I don't want the belt. I want that fight. That's the fight that I want.
On to some more news about Jamahal Hill. Alex Pereira reacted to the potential matchup between Jamahal and Khalil Rountree. Alex posted this to his Instagram story. He wrote, "If Jamahal accepts this fight, he won't be able to handle Khalil." And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. You guys were not having it with Sean O'Malley yesterday. The first one's from Jacob. Says, "Really wish you'd stop putting O'Malley and Welch podcast in every episode, please." The second one's from Ill Fusion. Says, "Nobody cares what O'Malley and Welch have to say about anything." And the final one's from Jordan Cheddar. Says, "O'Malley talking like he still calls the shots." Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.